Hi YouTube, this is the first video of the channel, and today we're going to take a look at a pair of Red Wing boots that I picked up at the Red Wing shop here in Tokyo 2 years ago. These are the Beckman Flatbox 9060, part of the Beckman series named after Red Wing's founder Charles Beckman. This style is actually inspired by the 245 Black Chief boot, which was released in 1920 and doesn't have that bulbous toe box. This style was actually quite common in the early 20th century, while they are available pretty much anywhere in Japan, as well as other Red Wing shops in a few Asian countries like Singapore and Europe, as well as a few select Nordstrom racks in the US. Back in the day, these boots were Japan exclusive and extremely rare, especially as factories had a backlog from the pandemic. There was like a 6 to 12 month wait time, and it was only possible to purchase these from select locations. I had to wait 6 months, and yeah, that was tough. Now these boots are made in the USA. The leather that they're using is from their own tannery called Black Klondike. It starts out with a matte finish, but it gets progressively shinier as you use them. You can dress these boots up, you can dress them down. I personally wear mine with a suit from time to time and occasionally add a mirror shine. It's all up to you. The Black Klondike leather is a full grain leather from the famous SB Foot tanning company located in Red Wing, Minnesota. Of course, as you guys know, they're owned by Red Wing, so it's that amazing leather that we all know and love. What's really unique about the Klondike leather is that the outer pigment is a lot thinner than what they usually use. And progressively, as you wear your boots, the paint, this black paint starts to wear down, and you notice a brown tan color underneath, creating this amazing patina. My boots do not have that yet. A lot of Japanese Red Wing fans like to age their boots artificially by deliberately sanding and scratching down the outer paint of the boots. I do not quite agree with that. I feel like artificial patina is not authentic, since patina really should be telling your story, not something else. As for the soles, as for the heel, they have that lower heel that, you know, many Red Wing boots are famous for. The sole is a leather sole with a thick top lift in what they refer to as a grow cord sole. They are a Goodyear welted shoe, which means you can resole them and they'll last forever. As for the design, as I mentioned, they are based off an old design from the 1920s. They do fall right in between the gap between casual and dressy. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. I've worn them with a suit. I find that these boots work best when you mix a little bit of the casual, a little bit of the dressy parts. And you know, you could be a tweed outfit, a chino outfit, a denim outfit, it's up to you. And since you can even wear these boots with a suit, in my honest opinion, they're extremely versatile and a perfect addition to any gentleman's shoe closet. The toes do not have any extra reinforcement, so unless you're into collapsing the toe box like many Japanese Red Wing fans often are, I suggest you to get some nice shoe trees to maintain the shape. And just like what I've done, I've put a pair of boot trees found on Amazon. No big deal, it's up to you. As for sizing, if you already wear Red Wing, then buy the same size as the other pairs. If you do not already own a pair of Red Wings, I suggest you sizing 1 or half a size down from what you usually wear. I usually wear size 8.5 US, and I wear an 8 in the Beckman Flatbox. Which leads me to the next question. How do they break in? Now, these boots break in just like any other workwear boots. They'll be stiffer than your average dress shoe or dress boot, but nothing too crazy. Did I get blisters? Yes, but that is to be expected, because, you know, these are not sneakers, all right? Break-in period is probably 1 to 2 months of wear. They're super comfy and they offer great support, which is what Red Wing is famous for. You could speed up the process by using mink oil, and I often add some mink oil to the areas. This is the one I purchased from Red Wing. I also add mink oil to the areas that hurt, which is usually the shoe opening for me. It's up to you how you should do it. All in all, the Beckman Flatbox is a solid boot. They truly hit the sweet spot between ruggedness and dressiness. As you know, I'm into heritage brands. And until I heard about these boots, Red Wing was always that company that, you know, that factory, that maker, in which I was super interested interested in yet, I could never find a model that I truly want to wear. The famous Red Wing Iron Rangers always struck me as too clowny to me, especially with the bulbous toe. All of this was therefore fixed once they released the Beckman Flatbox, and now I truly have a boot that satisfies my requirements. Regarding the price, these boots retail for 55,000 Japanese yen, which according to today's exchange rate is around 350 US dollars. While they are a bit tricky to obtain outside Japan, especially if you live in the US, I highly recommend you to put in the effort, especially if you are trying to get into more rugged clothes but not willing to go all the way. This boot fits right in between that. Now, with this boot, I have modified it a little bit. I've added a little bit of that, some black shoe polish to the browns, the ends of the leather, and a little bit to the outside of the sole. Just keep it a little bit more dressier. As I've said before, I do wear these with a suit, so just making it a little bit more versatile for me. But it's up to you. You can do whatever you want with these boots. If you want to do like the Japanese Red Wing fans, you could just sand it down and create an artificial patina. For me personally, I just keep it as it is and just wear it just the same way that the people back in the 1920s used to wear their boots. Because people back in the 1920s, they were more dressed up, but that doesn't mean that everyone was formal every day. Even the modern day suit comes from the lounge suit, which was considered on par with sweatpants today. Like and subscribe if you find this review helpful. It's a 3-year review, so I've had plenty of time to perfect this, plenty of time to make my final verdict for this. And it's especially helpful because you need to think about this. Work boots and leather boots, they don't exactly show their true qualities when you just buy them. Like, I see a lot of reviews on YouTube where a guy wears a boot for a week or 3 days or something like that, and then he claims that he can make a review, which in my opinion is completely mad. You need, at the very minimum, probably a few months, 6 months, maybe a year, could even be a 3-year review like mine.